We're at Jodrell Observatory, which is part of the University of Manchester. We're about 20 miles south of Manchester in Cheshire. This is a radio astronomy observatory, so we are using radio telescopes to try and find out how the universe works.
The telescopes we've got here at Jodrell are they're not like your normal telescope. They're not the telescope you put your eye to the back of. They're called radio telescopes, so they pick up invisible radio waves coming from outer space. And with that we see a completely different view of the universe. So we see the sky as if we had sort of radio dishes for eyes, and that teaches us different things about the objects we already know about, but we also see completely new things that we never even knew existed.
We operate the big Lovell telescope here, we operate other telescopes on our site at the observatory, and we operate a network of 5 other remote telescopes across the country. And we bring those signals together here at JBO into one combined telescope about 200 kilometres across. That network's called E-Merlin.
One of the key things about the new E-Merlin array is that because it's connected by an optical fibre network, we're able to collect far more data down that. It's a much higher bandwidth. With that, that means we can see much fainter things.
JANET helps because it provides the wide bandwidth link, which links the telescopes here at Jodrell Bank with the rest of the network of telescopes across Europe. Historically, we have recorded the data along with clocks and then played them back later.
A few years ago we started using hard disks to record the data, but now we're using networks to send the data in real time from each telescope to the correlation centre in the Netherlands. To transport these volumes of data, gigabits per second, continuously needs a very high bandwidth across the network, and it's only with networks of the strength and reliability of JANET that we could do this sort of astronomy.
Astronomy these days, modern astronomy, is completely a collaborative subject. I mean, we can't do it without working with our colleagues right the way across the world. When we operate these telescopes linked up live with other telescopes, both in this country and across Europe, then we're completely reliant on the JANET network. We wouldn't be able to do those observations if it weren't for JANET.
In future, to create new science, we are looking for higher sensitivity. This will mean that we need higher and higher bandwidths. Currently we use 1 gigabit per second. Future observations will go to 2 gigabits and 4 gigabits per second, potentially up to 8 gigabits per second.
For thousands of years people have been interested in what goes on in the sky, and they've looked up and wondered what the stars are, what the universe is, what our place is in the universe. And I think with these sorts of new telescopes we're making ever greater strides into understanding the world around us. And although that might not make a difference to your everyday life, perhaps today, tomorrow, next week, what it does is it emphasises how as human beings we're curious about the world around us, and it's that actually drives our civilization forward.